We have witnessed a whole lot of strange moments in combat sports.
At that bite. Now here's the bite. Keep your eye on Mike. See, Mike has just seen. Look at him. You can see it. You can see it. There it is.
Today we will take a look at a list of strange moments that happened in boxing and MMA. Enjoy. This is Norman Stone. He is part of some legendary moments in boxing, like stealing a belt from a boxer and also getting kicked out by the referee during a fight and had to watch the fight backstage.
Was ist da jetzt los? Norman Stone tickt aus, der ist schon mal aus dem Madison Square Garden geflogen beim Kampf gegen Lothar. Er hat den Gürtel, er hat sich den Gürtel genommen und hält. Oh, jetzt kommt Akko Silbeke dazu, was ist denn jetzt los? Da ist der Gürtel wieder beim Weltmeister.
Here's the first instance, and as Sam Colonna pushes it. There's Stoney.
What a piece of shit you turned out to be. You got no balls, you cocksucker.
I feel like I need to give that round to Randy Newman.
One more time, you're up. You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job, Johnny. You don't know what he's doing. Jerk off.
That's our Stoney.
He's ordering Stone out of the corner.
In his view, he does not remember a trainer ever being thrown out of a corner.
I'll sue you for every thing you got, you fucker.
Now, John Ruiz will go the rest of the way, apparently, without his trainer in his corner.
Hey,
Norman Stone.
Alex, you take over.
Let's get this one.
I'm suing him for every fucking thing he's got. Everything. What did I say to him? I didn't say a word to him.
Ruiz wanders a little bit in his corner, and there's Norman Stone alone in the dressing room, and not happy. Banished from Ruiz's corner.
This is the worst referee I've ever seen in boxing. He hasn't taken a point away. He hit Johnny in the back of the head, knocked him down. It is, but there's something definitely wrong.
Yeah.
I never said nothing to that guy. He got him! He got him!
Oh, that was a beautiful.
Come on, Johnny!
Go in.
Get up, come on!
By unanimous decision and still WBA heavyweight champion of the world, the quiet man, John Ruiz.
There has been a lot of sucker punches in boxing,
Including the uncle of Andre Dirrell right there. Leon Lawson Jr., who punched Uz Katagi. Now, in the midst of after the punch, there was a...
but this next one might be the worst of all time. The guy couldn't take his loss.
Richard the Alien Grant.
So, Richard Grant in the mild upset, a unanimous decision victory.
Oh, look at this.
Butler.
Butler just went over there and sucker punched and knocked out Grant.
Oh boy.
Terrible. And the new commissioner, Ray Kelly, will do something very, very enforceful here.
You want to talk about Zab Judah?
Absolutely.
Never. That's assault. That is assault. He should be arrested on the spot. Should be arrested right on the spot. That is assault and battery.
This will be the first test for the new commissioner, Ray Kelly, and I know that he will handle this the right way.
He turns to Butler to shake his hand, congratulate him.
Putting his arm out.
Boom! Right there. He was a coward and he couldn't get him during the fight. Now they're going to escort Butler out of here. Unfortunately, Richard Grant is okay. They will not need the stretcher. And Richard Grant, unanimous decision victory.
This fighter was punched so hard that he thought that his referee was his opponent. The infamous crying fight between Lewis and Oliver is still one of the strangest moments in the history of boxing.
This was a very easy round for Lennox Lewis, trying to reclaim the belt he once owned. Oliver McCall has not returned to his own corner after that third round. What in the world is he doing? Is this more psychological warfare? If he has some type of game plan that he's putting forth, he hasn't told his own trainer. Round number 4 for the vacant WBC title. Now he's got his hands down near his waist, and he's backing into the ropes. I don't know if Lennox Lewis thinks he's playing possum or if this is for real. Possum.
He should throw punches. He's got his hands down.
This is a guy that has had a lot of issues outside of the ring. You know about the drug arrest charges. He's an emotional guy. He's a strange guy. And maybe it's just too much for him at this moment.
Find out what's going on.
Mills Lane is asking him, do you want to fight? In one instance, he says no. In the next instance, he says yes. The heavyweight title's on the line here. What is he doing? You threw punches at him. And now McCall's raising his... This is possibly, in a sport that is full of oddities, the strangest thing I have ever seen.
Little kid being punished.
And once again, he's not returning to his own corner. His trainer in complete disbelief. A new twist to the plot. Oliver McCall is now crying. Let's listen in.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself, man. Come on. Thanks a lot. Sit down, man. Sit down. Sit down. You want to fight? Huh?
Will he go out and fight this 5th round championship fight?
These people didn't pay to see an execution, you know? Something's not right.
That's it. WBC heavyweight title in the strangest possible way. He is being booed out of the ring. He is looking for a way back to the locker room.
Here is his explanation.
His mama was there, and my mama couldn't come to the fight. I'm just, and that kind of really threw me off.
This is the Fan Man. The Fan Man is known for interrupting the heavyweight clash between Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. Here's what happened.
Someone is telling...
And somebody in a parachute has landed on the edge of the ring, has been pulled away by security guards, melee at ringside, as this fellow with a motorized parachute has landed right on top of spectators and officials at ringside. This is a monumental disaster. Just before he came down, there he was on the left of the ring. And let's see what happened as he approached ringside. There it is. He hung himself up right on the lights, as you see there, and his body landed on the ring apron right on top of a variety of people. It's a heavy capsule under that parachute with a motorized attachment. There could have been a propeller there for all we know, George. If nobody has been hurt, it will be a near miracle.
I've seen blood on one hand out there.
It could be the best thing to happen to Riddick Bowe if there's a 10 or 20 minute delay. You see Bowe covering up to stay warm.
For Riddick Bowe.
Well, they're going to work on his cuts right now. Here's what was happening in the ring at the time that the parachutist landed. You'll see, there he is, entering at the left side. People backing away and trying to avoid the capsule and the motorized contraption attached to it. Here's a look at him much earlier this evening from our blimp coverage. And there it is. He targeted the ring and came right down. Good reason.
What charges, I wonder?
What charges?
Yeah.
And I have just gotten word that Riddick Bowe's wife has just fainted at ringside. She was even closer to the parachutist.
She's in the early stages of her 4th pregnancy as Riddick looks forward to the birth of his 4th child. And we only hope that Judy will be okay.
What you are about to witness is a super mom. She decided that her son was taking too much punishment and she jumped in the ring to help him. Take a look.
That's a bizarre story from the fight game. It comes from London, England, where a mother allowed her baby to grow up to be a boxer. Then had some second thoughts about it. He's under a little bit of attack from a guy by the name of Steve McCarthy. All of a sudden, it wasn't one Wilson in the ring, it was 2, because Wilson's mother appears in the ring, starts beating McCarthy over the head with her shoe, managed to cut the guy who was on the attack, and that was better than her son did. Spread out around the ring, McCarthy finally leaves the ring, refuses to come back in despite the fact he was dominating the fight. The referee has no choice but to award the match to Wilson. who was then bombarded with plastic glasses and debris. He came back to appeal for calm as the crowd began to fight each other, and meanwhile a stunned and shocked Tony Wilson was escorted away from the ring.
First of all, I'm pissed off that somebody that works for me let him come out with those on, number one. Number two, as a corner man, how do you seriously say, dude, this might be a bad idea? You might...
Yeah. That couple looks like he's got a pair in there. A little bit uncomfortable right now. Yeah, I don't feel good about this at all.
All right, stop. Let's get your bearings.
Okay.
Round, Dan, you need one more.
Let's do that again. Let's do that same thing.
To your right.
Hands up.
To your right, buddy. Yeah!
I got on top of him real quick. I never seen somebody moan on the ground like that.
You okay?
All right, stop. Let's get your bearings.
Okay.
Relax, Dan. Dan, you doing good? You doing good? You all right? Just relax.
That was like one of the gruesomest knockouts I ever seen. Matt got knockout of the century.